Hi Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Hope you are, guys. We're going to do your, we're not doing a weekly this week because I really wanted to do these 6 month ahead readings. Going from July 2019 through to December 2019. Okay. Looking at 5 areas, it's the live spread. So we look at 5 areas in this reading. We look at the personal situation, which goes here. We look at your career here for the next 6 months. We look at your love life here. We look at your finances here, and we look at your future elements here. Now the future elements will just deal with between October and December 2019 in that area there. Now for that, we use the Manga Tarot, one of my newest decks. Really like this deck a lot. It's just really beautiful. So glad I got it. I got it about, I think it was a few days ago actually, but I'm really pleased with it. There's certain decks that I've bought that I knew that are absolute, I'm like, what the hell is this? But this is one of those that I really like. So yeah, for your anchor cards, so the anchor cards are only made up of the majors, 7 major cards. For 5 of the areas, those majors will explain the long-term effects or the effects over a 6 month period, long-term wise, of those life spread, of the particular life spread area. So where things are heading. For example, the love reading, the anchor card will explain, well, what is the long-term outcome from the love reading. And then you have 2 extra additional cards, which are the wishes for the next 6 months, and also just where everything is kind of heading over the next 6 months. So we use the Twin Tarot Oracle cards for those, but these are all just made up of majors. And finally, for your kind of advice, but this is what blessings are being bestowed on you over the next sort of 6 months, we use the Blessed Bee cards by Lucy Cavendish, which I really love. So just wanted to explain that and kind of just get it out of the way so you knew exactly what's going on. If you want to skip ahead, guys, and see, you know, the reading, you can for when I start, okay? Okay, so Universe Spirit, this is for Aquarius. Can you show me for Aquarius personal situation? So Universe, you know this is the live spread reading, 5 areas for Aquarius over the next 6 months, July through to December 2019. Can you show me, please, Universe, what's going on in their personal situation over the next 6 months? So obviously we have the key card. First card is what's crowning you, so the energy coming in, influences coming in that you'll experience for some of you guys, and then what's going on underneath those energies. How this is kind of the thing that binds these energies together. Okay, and sometimes this can kind of be the outcome area in this area here. Let's just move this along here so that we've got enough room for the other cards to go. There we go. Okay, show me career for Aquarius. What's going on around career for Aquarius? Okay, so we're going to put our card here again to make sure they're the right way that I'm putting them. So 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do your love life. Show me the love life of Aquarius, July to December 2016. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got those ones there. Okay, and can you show me, please, Universe? Oh, it looks rather grey on the table, doesn't it? Yeah, I think the colour's okay. Universe Spirit, can you show me finances? What's going on around finances for Aquarius next 6 months, please? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got our cards here, 4. Okay, and then Universe Spirit, can you show me the future elements for Aquarius, October through to December 2019? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 3 and 4. Okay, there we go. Right, let's have a look. We're not gonna have a look at the reading just yet. We're gonna get the anchors. Show me, Universe, what is the foundation for the next 6 months for Aquarius? This card also needs to double as the long-term outcome over the next 6 months for their personal situation. What will be the long-term effects over a 6 month period of the career? Where are things heading for Aquarius concerning love? Okay. Can you show me where things are heading, please, universe? This looks a bit crooked here, actually. Okay. Can you show where things are heading, universe, in terms of finances for Aquarius over the next 6 months? Okay. We'll put this here, actually, so that you can get a better view. Can you show me where things are heading, universe, please, concerning their future elements, October through to December 2019? Okay. And can you show me, please, universe, what will be Aquarius's wish for the next 6 months? Okay. And where are things heading overall for Aquarius in all areas? How is everything culminating? Okay. So that's showing there. And finally, what are the blessings that are being bestowed on Aquarius over the next 6 months? Okay. There we go. Let's make a start. I've just got a can of Pepsi Max here that I'm sipping through a straw. So let's have a look at what your foundation is for the next 6 months and where your focus is as well on this card. Judgment. Things becoming anew. I think things are going to be changing quite a bit for some of you Aquarians, because this is what your next 6 months is kind of pinned on. What's propping up your next 6 months is judgment. So judgment is all about renewal, release, change. When it's time to go, it's time to go. It's ruled by Pluto. It's the planet of transformation, you know. So they always say the things that you can't avoid in life are death and taxes, and it's true. So the judgment card is all about death, rebirth, and what's underpinning your next 6 months. Aquarius is rebirth. Okay, there is rebirth probably on a physical level. I don't mean death, I mean kind of changes. It may be in your work, in your living environment, in your possibly in your relationships with some of you guys. Some of you guys extricating yourself from certain relationships that no longer benefit you. But also on a deeply spiritual level as well, judgment, because this is kind of the awakening card. And I feel that what's happening here for some of you Aquarians is that you are reaching over the next 6 months a place of spiritual awakening. Now that spiritual awakening, when we talk about spiritual awakening, it's kind of waking up and becoming more self-aware about our purpose, where we are heading, what we are here for. It's about getting more in touch with spirit, with God, with source, whatever it is that you consider to be perhaps the guiding light within your life, or the energy or the source that has helped, or maybe it's within you. Maybe you see yourself as perhaps very much a spiritual deity, very much in control of what goes in and what leaves and what happens within your life. Some people like me believe in God and you know, a higher force, and that's what judgment is. It's about paying attention to the calling. And it also might be, having said that the focus for the next 6 months for some of you Aquarians is all about paying attention to that calling, because that's judgment. Judgment is all about your higher calling. And some of you guys, it might be that the focus for you guys is on your life purpose. Where are you going? What are you here for? What is your life purpose? What is your soul's purpose? Some of you, and we often ask those questions when we're getting older. So you'll generally find people that are kind of hitting, you know, middle age, that type of thing, start asking those questions. You know, what am I here for? What is my life purpose? The judgment card for me is all about reflecting and looking backwards and saying, okay, this is what I've done with my life. Going forward, what is it that I can do to make things better, or what is it that I can do to make things feel, you know, like I've served a purpose on this earth. And so for some of you guys, there is a very much over the next 6 months, I would say, a deep time of self and inner reflection going on with the judgment energy showing up here. It's not about being harsh, and it's not about levying a judgment against yourself or levying a judgment against, when I say that we all levy judgments against ourselves, but judgment doesn't have to be a harsh judgment. It's not that you're kicking yourself, it's not that you're tearing yourself to shreds and saying, oh, why didn't I do this, and why haven't I been here, and why haven't I achieved this. It's more about just taking a gentle kind of, you know, trip down memory lane, looking in hindsight to, you know, your teenage years, where you were there then. Maybe some of you guys are in your middle ages, 40, 50, 60, and you're looking back over the next 6 months, Aquarius, and you're saying, geez, you know, have I accomplished this? Have I accomplished enough? Do I need to accomplish more? Do I need to change tack? Is there something else that I need to be exploring within my life? So I actually feel that this is a very much a deeply spiritual time for some of you guys over the next 6 months, where you are re-examining your lives, where you have been and where you're in fact going to. Let's have a look at the personal situation. Crowning your personal situation is the Four of Cups, and that's an interesting card to show up, because the Four of Cups can mean many things. The Four of Cups can mean, you know, discontentment. This is the card of the disconcerted. They have stuff, they're given stuff, but they don't. This is a card sometimes where you're not counting your blessings. You don't see your blessings. The universe is giving you stuff, but you're like, I don't want that. You know, I don't want that. You know, I want something else. So this is the card of being the perpetual kind of ungrateful individual. And sometimes there's a reason, you know, there's a very good reason for being the Four of Cups. Sometimes you're just not happy with what's being served to you, with what you've got on, you know, what the universe is given. So this is also the card of missing out on opportunities with the Four of Cups energy showing up here. This is also the card about taking time out to review what you have or what you are given with the Four of Cups energy showing here. It's a card of contemplation. You can see on this card the man's hands are always, can you see his hands are closed, and this boy's eyes are like, nope, don't want it. He just can't see. There's a spirit in the sky offering him a cup, and he just can't see his blessing. So the energy, I think, coming in around your personal situation is one of dissatisfaction for some of you guys, I've got to say. Some of you guys might have certain things in your life, but you don't see it as a blessing. We'll have a look at what's going on underneath this. Well, you've got the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is all about closing our hearts. The Two of Swords is all about kind of facing a decision. You have a decision to do one thing or to do the other. But for me, this card, it's not just about being faced with, it's definitely being faced with a decision. But I actually feel that you guys have closed your heart here, because I'm seeing here with the Four of Cups being the crowning energy around your personal situation, dissatisfaction at what you have. And I feel that underneath this energy, this is about you guys closing your heart. You cannot see with the Two of Swords energy showing here. The King of Coins. I think that some of you guys have closed your heart to an individual here, this King of Coins. Some of you guys can't see with the Two of Swords what you've accomplished with the King of Coins as well, because the King of Coins is a card about accomplishment. Anything like the Ten of Coins, King of Coins, they're cards about accomplishment. So the fact that he's got his heart closed and his eyes closed, he cannot see the accomplishment that he's made with the King of Coins energy. He can't see that he's done really well in life. It doesn't matter, you know, whether you've achieved a lot or achieved a little. If you've achieved something, it's enough. I think there's two things here. Some of you guys, Two of Swords energy, you've shut yourself off from a King of Coins. Some of you guys are not speaking to someone here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, potentially. Showing here Aquarius. And for some of you guys, with the Two of Swords, you closed your heart. You can't see your accomplishments with the King of Coins energy. And hence, the Four of Coins, the energy coming in around that Four of Coins could also be saying, well, you know, it doesn't matter what you've got, and you've got stuff because it's there on a platter for you, but you just got your hands closed and you're like, I'm not happy with this. So some of you guys are really kind of hard on yourself. I would say more than anything, you're probably hard on yourself. I think if this is not being able to see your accomplishment, and it doesn't matter what you have with the Four of Cups, and you're kind of like, I don't really care what I have or what the universe has given me thus far, it's not enough. Some of you guys are not, I feel around the personal situation over the next 6 months, you're kind of like, you're not satisfied, it's not enough. Something is just not enough for you. It might be your job. It might be, you know, the finances that you've got in the bank. It's probably going to be something to do with your property. Some of you guys probably, it could be that you are turning around and you're saying, you know, oh, you know, I wish I lived in a bigger property. I've been in this 3-bedroom property with 3 children and a husband for, you know, 10 years, and, you know, I've worked my guts off, and even though you've created a nice home, some of you guys might be like, oh, well, it's not enough, because these energies here remind me of somebody who's saying it's just not enough. I'm just not happy with what I've got and what I've created. You've created something because you have it on the Four of Cups. The cup that is given to you are the blessings that have been bestowed on you, but you guys are not seeing your blessings. Alright, because underneath this energy, it's all about you can't see the accomplishments that you've made here with this Two of Swords and the King of Coins energy. And the outcome is the Lovers. You have a choice. Some of you guys have closed your heart to a soulmate. You've got the Lovers and the King of Coins. This is possibly, you know, a married partner, a long-term partner for some of you guys. Two things I'm reading here. Firstly, some of you guys not happy, personal situation, dissatisfied with what it is that you are given. Underneath this, you're closing your heart to a Swords energy, King of Coins, Lovers. This is somebody who's very close to you. A loved one, a partner more than likely, a husband, a long-term boyfriend or girlfriend. This is somebody that you've been very in love with, but for some reason you're closing your heart to that. Long-term wise, where are things going over the next 6 months concerning this Judgment? Some of you guys probably reviewing the situation. You've not completely you've closed your heart, but I don't think it's completely, I don't think all bets are off. I don't think it's completely off the table, because you've got this as the outcome, Judgment. It's Judgment time, final judgment. You have to, you know, you have to make a final decision. Where things are heading is making a final decision, and that decision with the Judgment energy can go either way. I feel that for some of you guys, if you're not happy with what you've accomplished over a period of years, because the Four of Cups is saying that you've got stuff and you've accomplished stuff, the universe is giving you many things, but you cannot see your blessings because you're always saying, well, I want more, then you've definitely closed your eyes. You just can't see with the Two of Swords what your accomplishments are. And therefore, I think with the Lovers energy, you have to, I feel the outcome showing here with the Lovers in this area here is saying that you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice between whether you're going to be appreciative, I think, with the Lovers energy of what you've achieved and what the universe gives you, or maybe you need to go out there and make more. But there's a choice. If you're not happy with what you've accomplished and you can't see that there's accomplishment, then there's a choice. What are you going to do about it? I mean, the long-term outcome from this area here, if that's the case for some of you guys, Aquarius, is Judgment. Again, it's a decision card. 2 decision cards, Lovers and Judgment. The long-term outcome is that you're going to have to review everything within your life. You're going to have to put everything up into the light, and you're going to have to examine it with the Judgment energy, because it's time for change. You know, and you need to review, you know, do you have enough? If you don't have enough, then maybe you need to make some big life decisions, because the Judgment energy is all about making those massive life decisions and those life changes. So if this isn't enough in your personal life, if you say, I can't see what I've accomplished in work, or I can't see what I've accomplished in my home, or I can't see what I've accomplished just per se in life, you know, and you can't see the blessings that the universe has bestowed to you, then maybe it's time to make a choice. A very significant one, because the long-term outcome is Judgment. It's time to kind of review where you're going with the Judgment energy. Possibly the long-term outcome is, and I think in a way, with the way that the reading is, Aquarius, it's posing a really big question for you. Well, if you're not happy with where things are, then maybe in the long term with the Judgment energy, you have to make some very, very big life-changing decisions. Maybe you have to sacrifice certain things, that type of thing. But if you don't like something, then change it. But it will require, for some of you guys, a massive sacrifice. What's happening in Korea? Well, that's good. Energy coming in. The Star. Some of you guys being highly recognised for your work. People are putting you on a pedestal when you're the Star. You're shining when you're the Star. Stars are like Six of Wands card. They deal with the themes of recognition and people taking note of what we do and how valuable that we are. With the Star energy, you know, promotions with the Star. If you're looking to get a promotion or you're looking to get a new job, the Star is a very good omen. Because the Star will say you're very close to your goal being achieved. That type of thing with the Star energy showing up here. Okay. Receiving awards when you get the Star energy for the work that you do. That type of thing. Accolades, praise, all of that type of thing. What's going on underneath this? Well, Page of Swords. So more than likely probably an email or an electronic message or something like that with the Page of Swords energy. Page of Swords usually talks about electronic messages, emails, that type of thing. Let's have a look at the next card. We've got the Five of Coins. Okay, so the Five of Coins often when it comes to career indicates job loss. So emails, possibly a message, could be something to do with job loss. Five of Coins energy, I didn't expect that. What's the outcome card showing up here? Eight of Coins. So Eight of Coins is work, loss of work, or you know, being left out or being cast out of work. Let me have a look at these two cards together. Her face is pointing somewhere. Yeah, can you see? This is losing job sort of thing. Can you see that? See her face, how she's really crying. Alright, so the energy of the star is coming in. I think that the energy coming in around your work with the star energy is that, and it's really weird because you've got kind of negative cards down here. You've got negative cards down here. And the Page of Swords can also be bad news, I'm afraid, when it comes to a tarot reading. This is a letter being received, Page of Swords. Five of Coins is usually losing a job or redundancies, and this is job, it's work. Eight of Coins, work, this is loss. Financial loss of work, or, you know, loss of work and news. So I am seeing news coming in for some of you guys concerning losing, you know, your job going over the next 6 months for some of you. Sorry, Aquarius, but that's what I'm seeing in these energies showing here. All right. But the crowning card is good because it's the star, and I reckon that this is going to be good long term. We'll have a look in a moment. Because energy is coming in. The crowning energy around your work is the star. And what I'm seeing here is healing. So I think that in a way this is a good thing. That you might think, what? But I do think that this is a good thing happening here. I do actually think that this is actually quite good. I think that really what it's saying is that the energy coming in around your work, what's crowning your, is the star. So this is hopefulness, this is inspiration, this is healing energies, and also this is release and renewal. So the energy around your work is all about renewal and change. Change is for the better with the star energy. And underneath this, you guys are leaving a job. You're going to get some news that a job is going. But it's a good thing because you've got that crowning the reading. It's a very, very good thing that this is happening because it's going to help you, I think, to move on to other things. Let's have a look at the long-term outcome from that over the next 6 months. Yeah, abundance. In the long term, you're going to have abundance. So in the long term, you're going to reap everything that you put in. Because the Empress represents abundance, and Empress also represents fresh starts, because it's a number 3. So development, fresh start with the Empress energy, the chance to start creating something new. Okay. So the long-term outcome, you're going to have a chance to create something new, and you're actually going to be doing better than before. You know, sometimes when things go, it's just opening up the gateway for something better to arrive. And I feel that this is why you've got... I knew this would be a good card in the out where everything is heading in the long term, is the Empress. It's just giving you a chance to start creating and nurturing and building something new for yourself that is going to bring even better fortune to you. Better money, better position, more freedom, more wealth. She's ruled by, remember, not just Venus and Libra. She's also ruled by Taurus. Prosperity, abundance. So in the long term, you're going to have more abundance than you ever had. Because some of you guys, this job that you're losing, it probably could have been quite mundane. You've got the Age of Coins, which can actually indicate just a mundane, run-of-the-mill job. You know? And you've got the loss of that showing. And you'll receive a message, an email. You've got the Page of Swords. Sometimes, I'm sorry, that is a bad news card. All the pages represent messages and news. Page of Coins, financial news. Page of Cups, flirtatious, happy news. Sometimes a surprise message. Page of Wands, you know, it's more of a creative thing, or work news or something like that, or somebody who's texting you and saying, do you want to go out for something to eat and stuff like that, playful news. And then Page of Swords can be the electronic emails and that type of thing, as well as with the Page of Swords, gossip as well can be the Page of Cups, Page of Swords as well. So it might be that underneath this there's gossip that there's going to be some job losses as well. But in the long-term energy, we've got the... I mean, I'm thinking 2 things, all right? I'm thinking 2 things. I'm thinking either there is job losses happening around your career, but it's going to work out fine in the outcome anyway, because you're going to have more than you ever had before. Or it could be that what we've got is the Page of Swords showing here, which is gossip. And the gossip could be that there are job losses, but in the overall outcome, where things are heading is actually there's no job loss. You're just going to be reaping in more money than you ever did before. So either way, you can't go wrong. Whether you lose a job or not, you can't go wrong with work, because you guys are entering a very fortunate and prosperous time in terms of work. I think if you're going to be out of work, going into January and onwards, you're going to find that January 2020, you're going to find positions that are going to really be quite something, and you're going to earn a lot of money through that. So I think it's a good reading either way through your career. Love, let's have a look. So you do have the Magician. Magician often represents attraction. This can also be a Gemini or a Libra. Is it Gemini or Taurus or Gemini Libra? No, sorry, Gemini Virgo. Do apologise. Can be also be a Gemini or a Virgo individual. Aquarius showing up here. But this is somebody who is gift of the gab, very attractive. So this could definitely be crowning your reading. A very attractive male or female. Gift of the gab, really charismatic with this energy showing here. Really attractive, really mesmerising. And this person knows how to kind of, you know, make you feel something with the Magician energy. Let's have a look underneath this. Yeah, you got your Two of Cups. Relationship, Two of Cups. Mutual attraction, Two of Cups energy. Let's have a look. Fool. With a Fool. Okay, so this is somebody new. Okay. This could also be somebody younger. Fool also means an opportunity. New beginnings in love. I think this is a new relationship coming in for some of you guys. Okay, so new opportunity, relationship, new opportunity, new beginnings in love. Nine of Coins energy shows up here. When you get the Fool turning its back on a card as well, it's saying goodbye to it. So some of you guys might have been on your own. That Fool with his back to the Nine of Coins says you're no longer on your own. There's an opportunity for a relationship showing up here. I read this a couple of ways really, because it appears to me that this isn't just it. For some of you guys, I mean, you've got the Magician coming in. So this could be the person that you're getting involved with, or it's just saying that there's an instantaneous relationship that will just show up. Like, for example, you could be walking through a door with this Magician energy and just bump into the love of your life, and there's an instant, you know, eye lock between the both of you. It's like an instantaneous thing. So it might be instantaneous love just comes in out of nowhere, and you're like completely, you know, thwarted and pulled back by it. You're like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. So I think for a lot of you guys, this could be someone, yes, it could be explaining who it is coming in and who's around you. They'll be very well dressed, very attractive, very charismatic. They're brilliant at talking. Remember, the Magician is ruled by Mercury, planet of agile thinking and communication. This person's a great communicator. This person's very kind of self-controlled. This person's extraordinarily intelligent and all the rest of it. Very kind of academic is the Magician energy. You could meet someone like this. It could also be that this is just an instantaneous thing that happens over the next 6 months. You're not expecting it, and there it just appears like magic out of nowhere. This person coming in. And underneath this, this is a relationship showing up here. Two of Cups energy. Hopefully, I mean, there's two things with the Fool energy. The problem with the Fool is this. You can either have a relationship with the Two of Cups energy, new beginnings in a relationship. For some of you guys, it's new beginnings in a relationship with the Magician, or, you know, instantaneously meet someone here, and then it's like new beginnings, everything's fresh with that Fool energy. Some of you guys, Nine of Coins on the back burner here behind the Fool, no longer on your own. Can you see? No longer on your own, new beginnings in love. You've got your back turned to Nine of Coins. So no longer on your own, new beginnings in love. But be careful, the Fool can also mean a fling. So it could be that you meet up with someone, you know, this is someone called the Magician, Mr. or Miss Magician. You meet up with them, but it might be a short fling. Fool energy, just like a very, you know, 3-month romance, or a few weeks of a romance with the Fool energy, and then some of you guys might end up on your own again. Okay, it's one of the two. You can read that in all sorts of ways, because that can definitely be a fling, and it's, you know, it's not a long-term thing. All right, but whatever it is, you're going to definitely have a good time. It'll be a nice time you'll have with this person. The long-term outcome over the next 6 months concerning this is Justice, which is good. Sometimes Justice it's not one of my most favourite cards, because sometimes this is a card that indicates a decision that needs to be made. And sometimes with the Justice energy, you've literally found your soulmate. You've literally found your soulmate. Now, I don't usually clarify these cards on a reading on this because it takes too long, but I'm going to clarify that one and just ask what it means by Justice as the long term, where everything is heading. What do you mean everything is heading in love towards Justice for Aquarius in 2 cards? What do you mean that everything is heading towards Justice in 2 cards? Right, King of Wands shows up here. And I often see this, even though it's a person on the card, it can also be, for you ladies, it might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you're dealing with. It can also be, can you see how he's thinking? See his face? So this is contemplating and thinking. King of Wands energy showing up here. You got that 9 of Coins there as well. I think there's a choice here. You know, some of you guys thinking to yourself, if this isn't a person, then this is the energy. The energy is thinking with the King of Wands. Some of you guys thinking to yourself, you know, what value does this hold? So there's definitely a decision, I would say. I think the long-term outcome is the decision that needs to be made concerning this relationship. Some of you guys considering with the King of Wands energy, look at his face. His head is on his staff. He's like, oh, let me think. Thinking about, well, what value does this hold? Thinking to yourself, would I prefer to be single again? 9 of Coins is here and 9 of Coins is here as well. All right. And some of you guys, this could be the person here, King of Rods. And this could be you. You're both facing in different directions. You know. Two people having a good time together but not quite together as well. I definitely feel that this is more about a decision. I feel that this could be a fling, personally. I think some of you guys, it might be a short... I think more than likely I'm talking to people who are single on this reading. I think this could be a fling. I think a fling is coming in here. Because I think what will happen is that this is going to be like an instant relationship with the Magician. You just kind of sync together just like that. And underneath this, you're going to date. 2 of Cups, it's showing dating. But then the Fool energy, lack of commitment can be the Fool. Short-term fling. And then the 9 of... It's almost like showing a process. So dating, Fool, short-term fling, and then deciding just to go it alone with the 9 of Coins. And I think the long-term outcome is justice. Also, justice can say, well, things have come full circle. You've had your fill. I think with the Justice energy, it's almost like the long-term outcome is you guys with the Justice energy. You've had your fill, you've had your good time, and now it's time to move on with that card. Do you see what I mean? You've kind of just, you've had your good time with this person, but with the Justice energy, it's almost like saying, well, yeah, we've had a good time together, but now it's time to, you know, time to kind of move on. You know, you'll both know that it's time to move on. Neither one of you will probably want to keep going with this. It's just going to run, it's going to fizzle out. I'm seeing this situation fizzle out. Because it's clarified by kind of thinking and whether this is the person. I think if this is the person, then this is you. You're both looking in 2 different directions. You're both kind of thinking about the relationship and saying, do I really want to continue doing this? And definitely contemplating, you know, well, what is the value in this relationship? What value does it hold? So I definitely feel that this is, in the love area for some of you Aquarians, a short-term fling with an individual that won't last beyond the 3-month stage. Over the next 6 months. What's going on around your finances? We've got the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit talks about the need to review and reflect what we're doing with our money. The Hermit talks about not going out and buying flash stuff. Alright, so it talks about self-sacrifice, and some of you guys are entering a time in terms of your finances where you're going to need to do some self-sacrifice, and you need to be careful with those finances. Not necessarily careful, Aquarius. Some of you guys are just like looking around one day maybe in your closet and saying, fucking hell, I've got so much stuff. How did I get all of this stuff? And you're like, oh my God, all the money I spent. You know, that type of thing with the Hermit energy showing up there. Also, Hermits can be getting expert advice. Let's have a look at what's going on underneath this. Right, we've got the 1, 2, 3, the 10 of Coins. So this is financial security. This is where you've got have enough. So underneath this, you guys have enough money. 10 of Coins energy. You've got enough money. You've got clothes. You've got material shit with the 10 of Coins. You're secure. Financial security is the 10 of Coins energy. However, you do have the 2 of Coins energy. So I feel that this is going to change. Because 2 of Coins means change. So I feel that your financial security is probably going to change for some of you guys. What's the outcome? The King of Swords, the need to make some very important decisions with that King of Swords energy. And also when you get the King of Swords, it's the need to look at a situation and devise an idea and put that idea, because kings are rooted in earth. So when you get the King of Swords, Aquarius, and this is actually you, funny enough, because King of Swords is an Aquarius card and this is your court card, so that's you. So this is you guys looking at the Ace of Swords and you're saying, well, what cuts can I make? And some of you guys probably looking to make some cuts. When you're a tarot reader and you look at a card, something will just jump out at you at the card. You're just like, oh, you know, the sword really jumped out at me. And in my head, all I heard the voice was saying, they're looking to make cuts. So I think that what will happen is that for some reason your financial security and the things that you've been able to do with that 10 of coins, for some of you Aquarians, I think that this is going to change with the 2 of coins energy, and some of you guys will look with the King of Swords energy to make some cuts. So with the Hermit crowning the reading, you might be looking to sell clothes on Depop, or sell clothes on eBay, or, you know, give some clothes to charity, or, you know, declutter, because the Hermit has very little clutter. She's got kind of, he or she has a kind of shabby coat, shabby, you know, she's not such shabby, well, I suppose, in a way, but, you know, they're very simplistic. The Hermit is a very, very simplistic card. They have very simple needs, does the Hermit. The Hermit isn't dressed like a Page of Swords. It doesn't need to have the latest trainers, or it's not dressed like a magician needing to get the latest fashions and to look amazing and spending loads of money on, you know, expensive designer gear, which is what magicians and people like Page of Swords tend to do. You know, they don't tend to do that. Hermits don't do that. Hermits are like, well, you know, this is what I'm dressed in, and this is what I like to wear, and I don't see the need to dress up, and I'm very simple in my taste. Hermits are even really simple in what they eat. They don't go to fancy restaurants or anything like that. They're really simple. They like grains and wholesome foods and things that are kind of unbusy. And, you know, Hermits probably don't like sugar and stuff like that. You know, they don't like refined stuff. They like really nice salt of the earth food. So very simplistic taste does the Hermit have. So in this energy here where we're seeing your wealth, because 10 of coins is wealth, with the 2 of coins there's a slight change going on there in terms of the amount that you've already had for some of you Aquarians, and some of you guys looking as the King of Swords, Aquarius King of Swords, which is what you are, and saying, okay, yeah, I'm seeing some changes in my wealth, depletion, that type of thing. Maybe there's more bills coming out, that type of thing. Maybe you've taken on a responsibility like a new home or something. Well, I need to make some cuts here with the King of Swords energy. And therefore the energy of the Hermit coming in is revising what you're doing with your finances now that maybe there's more responsibilities that you've got. But also with the Hermit energy, there's a need to strip things back, and the focus will be, as the energy around this reading, it's all about stripping things back, because there's a change in your wealth, in your, you know, your financial status, in which you need with the King of Swords to look at making some choices and cuts going forward. What's the long-term outcome concerning that in terms of finances over the next 6 months? Well, it's funny, you've got the Magician. You'll just make more money with the Magician energy. You're going to be able to manifest more, because the long-term outcome is the Magician. You're in a place of strength, okay, but you also have the confidence. You also still have the tools to make more money if you want to make more money, okay. You're not broke in this reading. It's just about kind of saying, I need to be more responsible and sensible. Some of you guys literally, you know, the 2 of coins is all about changes, but the 2 of coins can also be about, for example, it might be that, you know, the Hermit crowns your financial reading, Aquarius, where you are being with the Hermit energy, you know, reviewing your finances, stripping things away with the Hermit energy. Hermits also examine their x-ray machine, so you're examining your finances, all of those things. You know, and underneath that, this might be the bills, the 2 of coins. So you're juggling bills within the home, the 10 of coins energy. You're juggling the bills within the home. And there is a need with the King of Swords to make some cuts, probably, because some of you guys have those responsibilities. But long term with the Magician energy, you've still got the ability and the resources and the skills and the talents to manifest more. You can still make more money going forward. But I feel that in the long term, you make more money, but you don't spend it probably as frivolously as some of you guys might have spent it in the past. There's not really, I don't think your finances for some of you guys are really that affected. I think that there's just a change in how you kind of, you know, connect with money and spending. There's a change in that on a very psychological level, if anything. Let's have a look at your future area, October through to December 2019. So crowning your reading is the Tower. So there's sudden changes coming in around you with the Tower energy. Let's have a look at what's going on underneath this. Surprises, sudden changes, the Tower energy. The Devil. Okay. could be a Capricorn person, but it could also be something that has been chaining you for a while. Something that you have been attached to or chained to for a while, with that devil energy showing up here. Devils are also abusive energies, with the devil energy, and fear and anxiety. Sometimes this is breaking free from the devil, okay, and sometimes this can be an abusive and toxic individual. Let's have a look at what's going on here. The Seven of Cups, illusions. Okay, some of you guys are very much tied, I feel, and this is the devil. For me, the devil as well can be kind of addictions as well, and the Seven of Cups can be substances. Okay, so sometimes this can be substance abuse, Seven of Cups and the devil. Let's have a look. This is illusions and dreams and substances. Let's have a look. The Knight of Coins. Okay, I do see some of you guys breaking away from unhealthy addictions, because I think that the energy around the Tower is breaking away. There's this sudden kind of enlightenment, and I think that this isn't just about breaking away. There's really this sudden enlightenment, this sudden sense of self-awareness for some of you guys, Aquarius, with that Tower energy. The energy around that Tower coming in is it's the awareness that you need to break yourself free. Some of you guys are addicted to, the devil is addiction. Seven of Cups could be some form of a substance. It doesn't have to be that it's a drug. For some of you guys, it might be a drug, or you might know somebody who does drugs. It might also be that you're addicted to, with the Seven of Cups, it's all about illusions and stuff. You're not really living in the real world or being realistic. The Knight of Coins and the Seven of Cups can be pleasure as well. So some of you guys are very addicted or very chained to your pleasures energy here. But it's time, I think, in the outcome with the Knight of Coins energy. But the Knight of Coins is also pleasure as well. This is material pleasure. So some of you guys, it might be that you're addicted to the material pleasures of the material Knight of Coins, pleasures of the Seven of Cups energy. And it's time to break yourself free from those energies showing there. And that might definitely coincide, I think, with the financial reading, where you guys are going through a deeply kind of, you know, a time where you are deeply reviewing what you're doing with your money, because some of you guys have a lot of stuff. And you know, don't really want, I mean, my twin sister loves clothing, for example. She's got thousands of items of clothes, beautiful. She dresses beautifully. And I used to do that myself until I got into tarot. When I got into tarot, everything changed. I didn't care about clothes anymore. I spend all my money now on tarot cards and books on tarot and stuff. I don't buy clothes anymore. It's very rare when I've got lots of clothes anyway, but it was very rare when I'll buy it, because I've just found something that I spiritually connect to, which is the tarot. And you know, this is, for me, I don't really feel the need to buy clothing, and I do have lots of makeup and stuff like that as well, but I don't buy that anymore either, because I've replaced it with something that I just feels more meaningful for me and that I love even more. But I get the impression here that this could very much correlate to what you're doing around your finances, and this is kind of spending aimlessly for some of you guys, where some of you guys, the energy around your finances is stripping things bare, looking at things in the cold, harsh daylight, which the Hermit does, because he's an examiner and an X-ray unit. Underneath this, the family finances, Two of Coins energy might be a little bit kind of in a disarray as well. Two of Coins can be in disarray. So your family finances might also be in disarray with the Two of Coins, and there's a need to examine this closely with the King of Swords energy and put some new ideas into practice. You know, it could be anything from buying too much food on a weekly basis, you know, just, you know, oh God, I'm showing my Pepsi Max thing on. You know, buying too much food on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, throwing food out, you know, waste, that type of thing. Long term, you become the magician. You become far more in control of your resources, because remember, the magician has resources. He's got the resource of the wand, the sword, the pentacle, and the cup. So this is all about you guys being more in control of your resources going forward. And this could definitely link up to this, where you want to, the focus between October and December is all about breaking free from a structure, something that you have lived for a while with the Tower. And that structure underneath this is you guys being very much tied to, you know, addicted to substances or addicted to illusions, or whatever the case might be here. This might be something material with the Knight of Coins energy, because Knight of Coins, the coin people, deal with the theme of desire. material desire. And the Knight of Coins loves clothing, and he likes anything that shines and that's gold, and that's, you know, he's very driven by material things. All knights are driven. The Knight of Swords is driven by ideas and excitement and battle. Knight of Wands is driven by sex. Knight of Cups is driven by love, and he's driven by the material. So some of you guys are very driven by the material, and you're very enslaved. The Devil means enslavement. You're very enslaved to, you know, the Seven of Cups energy, the pleasure of that, because Seven of Cups is all about pleasure. And it might be that this is very much interlinked in this area here, Aquarius, where you say, actually, I'm going to start breaking free from that, because, you know, I've been addicted to all this material shit, and I need a change. I need to kind of get back to me. I need to find something else that I can kind of put my addictive hat on, rather than spending a load of money. So this might definitely be in this area here. Or this could be something to do with drugs or that type of thing. Remember, the Knight of Coins and the Seven of Cups are very similar in a way, because they talk about pleasure. This is earthly pleasure, is the Knight of Coins energy. Material, sex, whatever it is. And Seven of Cups is pleasure as well. Let's have a look at what the long-term outcome from that is. Yeah, there you go. Can you see what came out? Death, transformation. You are going definitely through a transformation. There's definitely a change coming in here. You guys are definitely, I think over the next 6 months, definitely revising shit. I've been doing this, this and this, and it needs to change. A lot of you guys have been spending money or buying stuff that you don't need, or overspending, whether it's on food that you chuck out at the end of the week because you don't need it, overspending because you can, rather than thinking about, you know, saving your resources and really being in control of those resources, or anything else. That I think that it's things that you don't need that you've been spending, or, you know, using up on, Aquarius. It's kind of things that you just don't need to do, and there's definitely a revision coming in here, and these will be material things as well. We're nearly at the end. Let's have a look at what your wishes are for the year. I think that your wishes with the Hierophant are to gain far more spiritual guidance. I think that you want to gain more spiritual guidance with the Hierophant energy showing up here. I also feel that your wishes for the year are to do things in a far more kind of authentic and traditional way, to do things in the right way with the Hierophant energy. I think that your wishes for the year are to gain knowledge from someone who can mentor you and who can help guide you and move you further, especially maybe in your financial areas showing up here, which I think both areas, materially definitely in this area, and possibly financial linking up with this area here too. Wish for the year might also be, for the last 6 months, sorry, might be to get into a committed relationship with someone, though I'm not sure whether this is really going to pan out for you. It just doesn't feel like it for me. Interesting. And what is the long term? So where is everything heading over the next 6 months altogether? You got that Hermit card again. You know, the Hermit, I feel that there are revisions. Things are heading towards you becoming, I think, far more of a spirit. Because I think that in these areas, especially what I'm looking at is a deep connection to the material, to earthly and worldly goods for some of you Aquarians. And I feel that where things are leading concerning these revisions that you're making in both areas, and I think some of you guys are desperate for that spiritual cleansing of the material and things that you really don't need. I think where things are heading is you're stripping a lot of stuff back with that Hermit energy showing there. So it's not just that you are kind of gaining. I think there's two things. I think number one, you're gaining more insight into who you are. All right. I also feel that what's happening here as well is that you're stripping a lot of the stuff that you have built up over the years, Aquarius, back with that Hermit energy. I think that you're changing and you are becoming far more kind of less. You're not needing so much to have junk, is what I'm trying to say with this Hermit, especially in these areas here. You don't need a crutch, because usually when we're buying stuff that we don't need, or when we're indulging in recreational drugs, or when we have a desire for the material like clothing and shoes and sex and all of, they're just peripheral stuff, and it's just stuff that's there to make us feel better, whether it's lots of computers or lots of iPads or whatever the case might be. When you over kind of spend on stuff and it's just sitting there and you don't really need it, you're just using it as a crutch to prop you up. But when you find a spiritual meaning to your life, you don't need all of those things. And I think that this is where the transformation is coming through with the Hermit. Where things are leading to is that you guys are really stripping things bare and really becoming someone who's quite different with the Hermit energy. Also, I think that where things are leading to going forward is you guys literally finding that life purpose with the Hermit energy showing here, Aquarius. Okay. And I certainly feel maybe in the personal situation where this could be love as well for some of you guys showing up here. Yeah, and it's interesting because you're stripping things bare in the financial situation, the personal situation where you just can't see what your blessings are, and you seem to not be able to see what you've accomplished here, and there's choices that you need to make. There's just an air of kind of being having this over kind of consumption. It's almost like overeating and feeling so sick, and you're like, oh, why did I do that? I've had enough of that. It's almost like you've just got this download of junk, Aquarius, that needs to be just, you know, extricated and gone. It feels like that. It feels very heavy, like linked up in these areas, really, really heavy. It's like you've just got this huge amount of junk that needs to go. You need to vomit it all out, if that makes any sense. Showing here, it just feels like that so strongly in the reading. Okay. Don't worry about work. Work areas are good. All right, some of you guys, it's just gossip, rumour, Page of Swords, that there are job losses. Things should be good. If it's not and you're literally getting a letter that there are job losses, don't worry, because in the long term, you're going to just have something that's better and bringing in more money and places as well that you can prosper and create and grow a little bit more as well. Yeah, there is a bit of a fling, I think, here. I think this is a fling, but it'll be that both of you just run out of steam. You'll be like, okay, yeah, let's call it quits. You know, we're kind of done with this. Let's have a look at, finally, what your blessings are. A blessing of the earth. And I'm going to read what that is, actually, because I'm not sure what it's trying to tell me with that when it says a blessing of the earth. But that's what you've got coming in, a blessing of the earth for the next 6 months. Sorry, I didn't mean this to be like 51 minutes long, but it's just the way it turns out, Aquarius. Blessing of the earth is number 1. It feels like the Magician card, that one does, number 1. Let's have a look. Right, so a blessing for connection with the land, for strong bodies and bones, for blood that flows bright red with energy, for grain to harvest and good food upon your table. May you be blessed by the element of the earth. May your body possess vigour and vitality, and may you feel the natural world alive within your own skin and bones. May your home grow up out of the earth and be solid upon it, and may the land upon it which it rests offer its energy of solidity, strength and endurance to you for many years to come. May the food upon your table overflow with fire, I don't know what it is, the vital force of all things that truly have life force. And may you share this food with those who bring to you great joy in being alive in this form, in this lifetime. So, yeah, I just think that really you have a blessing in a way of just getting back to nature. And I think that that's where you guys want to get back to, Aquarius. I think that's what's happening. Just going back to basics is the Hermit. In the long term, everything is being reduced with the Hermit energy. And you're really going back to the drawing board. You're going back to basics, especially in your financial area, possibly the last 3 months of the year, and possibly in this area here of your personal situation showing up here. I see you just going back to basics more than anything else. You know, you're going back to just a simplistic, more simplistic way of living because you've been overly junked for so long. It's almost sickening. And I think that you're seeing, and this is why I think that the foundation for the next 6 months is judgment, because it's your calling. It's almost like the universe is calling you. And if you think about judgment, they've been asleep for so long, but that calling is saying, now arise. So this is all about facing up to ourselves, facing, you know, holding ourselves accountable for the things that we've done, and cleansing ourselves of that, forgiveness, that type of thing. So this is all about you guys facing up to yourselves here as well. This ties in very well with the judgment energy. I'm seeing replenishment, I'm seeing change and renewal over the next 6 months. And I think that you guys know that it's time. If this resonates with you, you definitely know it's time to do that. This is a time of spiritual awakening and growth, because you've been just junked down for so long that you have to kind of express all of that junk and then finally become a new human being, in a way. Become baptized and reborn again with the judgment energy. Alright, that is your reading for the next 6 months, Aquarius. I'm so sorry that this was so long. It's just the way it is sometimes. But I love you guys dearly. Thanks for your time, my darlings. Love you. Bye.